Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
We're alive. I'm trying to catch my breath. It is Wednesday. Wednesday, July 22nd. I'm back from Nantucket barely, and I'm alive. I'm seeing stars. I can't see the camera right now. I'm hanging on by a thread. It was the most that I've drank in a 3-day period in the past 10 years. And I completely get the hype about Nantucket.
Yes.
Like, everything about it was so good.
Really?
Like,
You know, I've never been. I've never been to Nantucket.
Oh, my God. I haven't been since I was a kid.
Ooh.
It's so small. I'm like...
No, yeah. Okay, so wait. Before we even continue on, we need to, we'll give you a break to catch your breath. Pat, today I was like, oh, yeah, excited to record. But also, I'm like out of breath, so just so you know. And I was
I
like,
don't
okay.
know what it is.
And now he's telling me about how he's got like a leaky heart valve. But then also, again, like, are we sure it's not just the hangover? Because we are old. Like,
I know.
Maybe it's
like,
probably exacerbating it.
It could be. I think I'm tired, but like the past couple weeks I've been like weird about like breathing.
Yeah, sure.
As I go.
Sure. That happens, yeah. So, right, what happens if you pass out on this pod? Like, should I just continue on with your body Weekend at Bernie style?
Honestly.
Okay, good. Because I will just
plug.
talk for an hour with your dead body next to me. Like,
Please
I will just
God.
do that. I think the
Please
numbers
God.
would be really good on that, actually.
I do too. Co-host dies on show.
Yeah.
but
That would be the headline. I take over the editing. I could just like prop up your body moving
have you
forward.
do that.
Yeah.
That would be fucking... Actually, I've gotten so good at it now.
I'm so
it's
bad
actually,
at it.
It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
And by
I think
editing, I
just need
mean I don't
practice.
edit anything. I'm just like beep, pop, boop.
Well,
done.
there's really not too much to edit. We're so perfect. There's barely a need.
Exactly.
But yes, I'd like to hear a little bit about your weekend in Nantucket. I'd also like to discuss. We do have some drama bubbling at Barstool Sports that we get to talk shit about. That we're not involved in, which is so nice.
Which is great.
Loving
Yeah,
that
we will be
happens.
after this show.
Yes, we will be. But that's what Daddy Dave definitely wants. So I'm okay with that.
Anything from Mr. Portnoy.
I also went on a vacation this weekend, or an Airbnb long weekend, which was fun. We'll discuss as well. I've got quite the story about the hosts from that Airbnb.
Oh God, I think I heard a little about
Yes,
this.
the chicks. Shout out to Rhea and Fran. Already posted their episode yesterday. Chicks in the Office. They discussed it a little bit, but I'd like to give my perspective as well.
I would love
because I was
that.
the one in contact with them, and so we'll talk some shit about that.
Yeah.
I also like not to like put you on the spot or anything, but are you a part of the gay Republican mafia in DC?
God, I wish. Those fucking hotties.
I really want to talk about that as well.
I know,
so
I
if we have
saw
time
that.
at the end, I want to talk about it. Hunter Biden is exposing the gay mafia Republicans in DC,
It's what
and I'm
we
just so
knew.
curious.
Yeah, it's what we
because that
all
sounds
knew.
like the most accurate shit of all time. Like he can like be on drugs all he wants, but I believe that.
100%. I think we should hire Hunter Biden.
I think so too. He's
would
friends with
crush
Dante
you.
now. He's like literally friends with Dante. He's like tweeting at Dante, being like, "Love your stuff, man."
Hunter,
I'm
we
not
hire
even kidding.
a crackhead.
Yeah, listen.
Which is fine.
We already have a couple.
I know we do.
We
do.
no, let's listen.
We have a
crackhead?
We have a 36-year-old with a bad heart.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
We have crackheads. We have every all across the spectrum.
What's one more crackhead? But okay, we'll get into your Nantucket a little bit. So this was a choice that I peer pressured you into.
Yes.
Gaz peer pressured you into. Your other friends were telling you to get out and live your life.
Exactly.
In Nantucket, and I'm very happy that you did. Please tell us a little bit about it.
It was great. Here's the thing. Going on vacation as
excuse me,
a 30-year-old, like you need certain
generous.
things. There has to be certain criteria. Yeah. When you go out, over 30, you need to have certain criteria. So like the people you go out with, you want people who will press you to have fun, but they know when to stop.
Yes.
You want people who you feel like you don't have to watch when you go out. Like they can do their own thing. You can do your own thing. You want people who you don't have to take care of when you go out and are adults. And you also want people who are relatively in like the same financial bracket, so that way everyone's on the same page.
Nothing is worse than going on a group trip with like a bunch of cheapos. Like you
It's
can't,
the
or
worst.
a big disparity between the two.
100%.
You got to be willing to spend some money on vacay, or just no offense, don't go, which is annoying for sure. But like, I don't know. I skipped a lot of vacations because I was broke, and now I never skip one.
But the thing is, if you go out with people who know how to party and know how to have fun and know when to pull back, that's what it's all about. And this vacation was all of that. It was fucking great. Like the island itself, I haven't been to in 15 years. It was awesome. Gaz is, let me say, how do I put this? Gaz is one, I can drink. Like I can have a good time. Gaz is one of the premier drinkers I have ever drank with.
He certainly is.
I have never with the exception of a few of my friends back home who are actual alcoholics.
Yes.
Been around someone who is more gung-ho to have a couple cocktails, and it rubs off on you, and we had the most fun. But from Friday to Sunday, realistically, conservatively, I probably had easily 100 drinks.
I believe that. Like
Beers,
I fully
Kelly,
believe it.
The amount of beer.
No, it's
I go,
the volume is just insane.
Phone was in the pocket. I go, fuck it. We'll go out. We'll have beers.
Yeah.
They were going down like fucking water. Beer.
That
Tequila
is the
shot.
best.
Espresso martini. Crew cumber. Whatever the hell that. It's like the crew bar. That they have the crew. You would have loved it. It was
that
fantastic.
sounds amazing. I love a cuke.
It was so good. The food was so great. The island. I get it.
Did you eat a lot of seafood?
It lives up to the hype. Oh, I didn't eat.
Oh, well,
in 3
of course,
days. Yeah,
of course.
No. At
That's
one
why
point, I was
so thin. Okay, so you didn't eat. You drank 100 drinks, and now you're back. Like again, 2 days later. Like you, you like got stranded there. It sounds right. Did you get stranded?
I did get stranded for a day.
And you're like, why can't I? Why am I losing my breath? I think my heart is leaking.
No,
I think you're hungover, babe.
The car. I'm literally just hungover. The car ride back, I had to fly into fucking White Plains. From White Plains to the West Village. I felt like someone who I can only imagine was terminally ill in the last days of hospice. I was leaning on the wall, and I was like, I asked him to drive smooth. He was like, I don't understand you. I was like, okay.
Oh my God,
I was like, I was like this, and then I was like this. It was horrific. I did eat
so bad.
The meals that I did have were very good.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a car there, so it was kind of when you go out, you got to eat when you're out, because if you don't eat, you're not going to.
You got to stock up.
But it was so much fun, and I totally get it. And I think there's two types of people on Nantucket, and I get a little bit annoyed when New Yorkers are on these islands like Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, and they act like they like. Nantucket
is it New Yorkers, or is it the like influencer freaks who come through and ruin everything? Because they've also ruined Montauk, and they're really trying to ruin the Jersey Shore, but Jersey Shore people are fighting back.
No, good luck fighting a Jersey Shore girl.
Good
fucking luck.
Thank God. But we've lost Montauk. Like you might as well break it off the end and get rid of it. Dead serious. Like or at least the quote unquote popular bars. Like they're still holding on. There are strongholds. The people that like have money and own homes out there obviously are different, but they're coming into East Hampton. They're coming into Montauk. They're ruining everything, and it sounds like they're infiltrating Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard as well.
It was like, let me be very clear. If you're a New Yorker or you're Connecticut or you're Rhode Island, I'll give Rhode Island.
Give Rhode Island. But they deserve it. But they've got Newport. Go to Newport.
They do, but Massachusetts owns Nantucket. Yeah. Massachusetts owns Martha's Vineyard. That's our state. Yeah. Like that might be your vacation home. So like I'll be out at the bar there, and you'll see these, really, wealthy people hanging around and this and that. I'm like, you're not from here. Yeah. And then you hear people who are, at the bar talking like, how are ya? Yeah. I'm like, these are the Nantucket people. Like the cab driver I had, I was like, how long have you been out here? He goes, my whole life, brother. Yeah. I go, how old are you? He goes, 67.
Exactly.
I go, this is what Nantucket is.
But that's
it's a Massachusetts enclave. And I think Nantucket stays true to that, as does the Vineyard. So just this is more of a warning shot across the bow to the influencers on the island. It is not yours, it is ours.
Yes.
Be careful.
But I think that kind of rings true for a lot of these like smaller towns. I feel like people are just not adjusting to the setting. So for example, I was up in Great Barrington this weekend and it was lovely. It was exactly like what I knew it was going to be, because I've been to Rhinebeck, I've been to like all of those like Sceney, Woodstock, like upstate little like cabin woods towns, and I know that it's like a slow pace, very small farmers markets, driving everywhere, pretty much like not a whole lot around, usually like a cute main street, a couple of spots or whatever. That is where I'm at in my life. I don't want to go to a destination, go to a bar. I don't like, I want to go to a nice restaurant.
But here's the thing, I thought that, and then I'm with the right people.
Yes.
Okay,
the beach is different. I will go to a beach
I'd rather
bar.
fucking die.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like a beach bar is different. It's also different when it's like a local haunt type bar. Like that's the exception. Which like if there were that existing in Great Barrington on the days that we were going out, we did go to a brewery one day, which was very local, but I got hammered on the 3.9% alcohol beers. Like I had 3 and I got hammered.
By the way,
I was
I
like,
fucking
oh my God,
crushed the bars in Nantucket.
Oh yeah, well I believe it.
I ate it up at the Mama still got it.
Yeah, so you ate it up, and
the
who
dolls,
else did you eat up, babe?
And also, let me just confirm, Nantucket, very gay destination. Can confirm.
That's so funny. Has it always been a gay destination? I feel like I do always hear. Honestly, I'm biased because Dave Portnoy is like the only guy I know that goes to Nantucket, and Gaz, obviously.
It was very gay. It was great.
Okay, I love that.
It was a blast, but I cut you off. Great Barrington. We don't want landlocked bars.
That's basically it. Like it's just I love a vacation in the woods. Like I love going to the beach. I love a vacay in the beach for sure. But every once in a while, I like to switch it up. And so this time around was like a different kind of trip. I went up with a bunch of our Barstool friends, which we usually do the beach.
Right.
Last year we did the Hamptons. It was a fucking disaster because of the places that we went were like bottle service everywhere. I'm like, if I want, like I think I said this on an older episode of ours. If I want to do bottle service, I'll stay in the fucking city. Like I don't want to do that, especially at the beach.
By the way, Nantucket, not to interrupt you, but I was like, okay, this is going to be New York prices like on steroids, Hamptons prices on steroids.
Sure.
It was actually like relatively like Jetties, like beach, Sandbar, like Gazebo, all these places. I go up, you get 8 or 9 beers for your friends. It's like $60. Like it was very affordable. So
they really are.
I mean, you can go mega high end.
I'm sure,
but like I thought it was relatively affordable.
Do that. Yeah. That's nice.
It also helps when
Gaz is footing the bill.
Right,
of course.
When Gaz is like, I was like, I don't want to stay.
Knew how much things cost.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. He is. I got to say a huge shout out to Gaz for being. I'm sorry I interrupted you again.
No,
but
it's completely fine.
He's an absolute like really fun guy to be around.
Yeah, of course.
And I was so happy when I left.
Well, it sounds like he's a great host.
Yeah, he was.
I would like to catch the invite next time, Gaz, please.
But anyway. Great Barrington.
Yes. All of it's fine. So this year we did a sorted effort to do something a little different. Like go to a small town like this, do like the farmers market of it all, make a lot of food at the house, and like get a really sick Airbnb to like stay at the house in the woods. Basically,
Ria's a good cook too.
And so, she crushed it.
I've seen the stuff she put on Instagram. I like want to ask her to bring it in for me.
On Friday, she did the apps and she did the the dinner that we had too, and it was excellent. She's got good recipes. So we did have a good time. The house was cool, whatever. The problem was it's this house where and I hesitate because we will be complaining, by the way. We'll be complaining to Airbnb, which is something that I don't like to do that. I'm not, me, I'm not a complainer. I'll just pay the bill and talk shit behind everybody's back. But these people were so offensive to us in so many different ways. Like the property is this like 120 acre property.
Did they know who you were?
And so no, definitely not.
It was like probably some old lady or something.
No, it's like a couple who one of them I think was like the wife was like Australian or something, and the husband had no accent, but he was like overseas while this was happening. They're selling the house, so they were like, we've got an inspection on Monday.
Well,
so they were like
gorgeous.
All these. It was a gorgeous house. And so I hope they sell it and I hope they get it off their hands because clearly they can't manage this fucking house or afford this fucking house because they were nickel and diming every single bit of the house. Like,
what was the house worth, do you think?
They're trying to sell it for like $6.5 million. Yeah.
Okay.
So huge property. And the house was cool, but it had like funky, like it was very funky. Like if you were wanting, not even eclectic, it looked like a horror movie house, and it had like German doors and like all these like
So they don't know what to spend money on.
No, and I don't know if they're the ones that they like bought this house or made this house or what. Regardless, we get there and the like wife calls me and she's got all these like extra things that she like never mentioned. So now all of a sudden she's nickel and diming about the hot tub. Hot tub's an extra $600. Now they're like, oh, we want the pool heated. Well, it might be $200. It might be. They must be. She's like, the pool to heat it past like 80, it might be $200 or $600, and I'll get back to you. Then she gets back to me 5 minutes later. Of course, it's $600. Like she's just like upcharging all this other random shit. She tells me there's a family of bears that lives on the property. She didn't tell me that before.
But this is not something that was laid out in the fine print before.
No. And so they also sent, I'm not even kidding, a 40-page manual like 2 days before about the house and all the different things of the house. And then all of a sudden it's like, we might have a showing, so someone might show up. Oh, and now someone might be staying in the guest house. Turns out it was like just going to be them. So it was like, why wouldn't you just say it's you?
That's creepy.
Then they're like, oh, someone's coming to pick up something from the basement. Like they're clearly preparing for this big quote unquote inspection, whatever the fuck it is. Then don't rent out the house the weekend before or cancel it and whatever. The problem though was the air conditioning. It was very hot this past weekend, except for Saturday. It rained the whole day, so that was like a different thing. But we got there and it was hot, and a lot of the house was like floor to ceiling windows on the side where the sun comes in, so all the bedrooms got like hit with the sun. I'm a hot house person, so I honestly I'm never affected by that. I was hot, and that's, you know me, I'm literally always freezing fucking cold. So we told them like, hey, the house was like on 72, and we're like, hey, can we turn it down? People, of course, this is not what I do not touch the thermostat when I arrive to a place, but I understand that a lot of people do that. So
it's the first thing I do.
Yeah, that's basically seems to be the consensus.
Yeah.
Everybody touched the thermostats. And I got on the phone with the girl lady and she was like, who's touching the thermostats? Like, you can't be touching the thermostats.
How did she know?
We have to control them from ourselves. So if you want us to change the thing, like, you got to let us know. No idea how she knew. I assume from like a Nest thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were like freaking the fuck out about people touching the air. So I had to tell everybody and bitch everybody out, being like, hey, listen, this is, we need to, we can't touch the air. They're telling me not to touch the air. And my name's on this Airbnb thing. So I'm now feeling stressed.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, whatever. I include Jeff D. Lowe into the whole thing because he's better with dealing with these people.
Jeff D was there?
Yes, Jeff D was there.
Is that why Jeff D was here today?
Yes. He's been here for a couple of days doing Odyssey stuff.
Wait, who's in the group that you travel with?
It was, so it's like me, Rhea Fran, Tommy, Noah, Marty, Jeff D, and his wife, or fiance.
Love it.
I think that's everybody. I hope that's everybody. I'm sorry if I forgot you.
Yeah.
But so, and we've now done this for like 5 or 6 years. Like I forget, we usually go to the Jersey Shore, or it works out that way. So this year we just really tried something totally different. And so they're yelling at us for changing the temperature. We tell them that we're like, all right, like let's put the whole house on 68. That's fine. We'll be in and out of the, like with the pool and whatever. So it's not a big deal. At night though, they like, I don't know what they were doing, if they were fucking around, they like turn the air off at night. So when like behind our backs. And so we were all dying in the night. And so the next day we're talking to them like, hey, what's the problem? And so Jeff is like coordinating with these people because they would not stop fucking calling me. They're emailing me, asking for my personal number. The husband owner of the house found my phone number through WhatsApp, like just crazy shit.
Is there at any point where you like, hey, stop calling
me? I
me?
said,
like
call Jeff. I literally
explicitly said,
well, I lost my shit. I said, call him. I said, deal with him. I can't talk.
And this is all over fucking air conditioning?
So yes, it was other things first. They were like calling me nonstop.
The build up.
He's trying to call me while I'm in Greece. I'm like, I can't talk right now. But they kept cold calling. So I had to send an email being like, can you please stop cold calling me? Like I use my phone for work and for personal.
Right.
Like please stop cold calling me. Text me first if you're gonna like call, or email me first. Whatever.
How old is this guy?
They've got to be in their 50s probably.
Right.
60s maybe.
But
I would assume 50s.
One more question before you continue.
Yeah.
There was 7 or 8 of you there. How much did it cost to rent the house for the 4 nights? Or whatever you're on, 3 nights.
$14,000.
For 3 nights.
For 3 nights.
Divided by 6 people? Okay. And it was
it was 9. It was 9 of us.
Okay, so 9 people. That's not bad for 3 nights in a luxury
it
place.
Was,
it sounds like a lot.
And again, we weren't going out. Like that was our trade-off of like, we're not.
Right.
Like, because normally we would go out to the bars or go out to dinner every night or whatever,
right.
which we didn't do. We went out to dinner one night and it was inexpensive because it was in a small town.
Yeah.
And that was a great, shout out to the Prairie Whale. Really good restaurant.
Okay.
And so anyway, the whole thing now is centering around this air conditioning thing. Jeff is texting them in the morning being like, hey, it was really hot in the rooms last night. Like we got to figure out something with the air, blah, 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 whatever. And the owner of the house, the guy owner of the house replies and he goes, because Jeff had mentioned like one of the girls was like sweating through her clothes. Like who's normally not like that. It was like sweating through her clothes. And he replies, he goes, oh, has she been eating jalapenos or maybe should she take a pregnancy test?
What?
Yeah, via text to Jeff.
Like to be a dick?
I have no idea if he like thought he was making a joke or what the fuck was going on. But like it was
cancel your card and don't.
No, it was literally the most inappropriate thing of all time. And so now we don't really know how to deal with it because like
you've been charged.
We're playing this game. I've been charged the full amount already. That's the problem. And that's why like everybody's now on my dick being like, we got to get a discount. It's not going to happen.
There's not a prayer.
45. Listen to this. The review. I went to go look at all the reviews and stuff. 45 positive reviews. 1 negative review with all similar, almost exactly the same complaints that we had. Kind of in the winter. They wrote back on that review a fucking novel, just like burying these people and saying that they shouldn't be renting Airbnbs and blah 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 whatever. I'm not trying to get fucking buried, honestly.
Right.
But these people,
that happens enough.
These people are so like, if they're running an Airbnb and they're doing this shit, then like you can't be acting like this. You can't be nickel and diming with the air conditioning when you own a house that big.
Or lay it out ahead of time.
Right. It's just, and by the way, in the instruction manual, they had like 2 pages worth on how to change the air conditioning. So it makes no fucking sense for them to be like, we have to touch it, you can't touch it. It was just it was such a weird like dark cloud the whole time, and like it just felt like Big Brother the whole time.
Did it ruin
and
the vacation?
I wouldn't say it ruined the vacation because it was still a really beautiful house. Like it was cool, but it certainly was like this feeling in the back of our head, like we're in a glass house and
we're being watched.
Yeah.
And by the way, Airbnb, I've for a long time been team hotel because I'm creeped out in Airbnbs. You don't know if they got fucking cameras.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't know if they're watching.
Yeah.
I remember we had the house in the Jersey Shore. The people showed up
while
we were there. This guy opened the door. He's like, "This is my house," and I go, that's cool. I'm renting it. Like,
yeah, like
get
the
fuck
fuck out.
of my
Like,
face.
what are you doing in this house?
Yeah.
Right.
Also, leave me alone. I dated someone who had a house that his mother would rent in like West Hampton Beach area, and that was a big thing, the temperature and the pool, because at first, you know, they go in, they crank the AC down. If it's a big house, it's a lot of money. So what she did was she wrote it into the contract ahead of time,
right?
To be like,
which again,
hey, if you're paying utilities, just letting you know, for 3 days we'll give you the whole thing.
Yes,
and that seemed to work because there was disagreement.
Well,
ahead of time.
that is also fine, but again, like you've got to let us know. And for the amount of money that we paid for the house, you'd think that it's like, okay, yeah, for 3 days again, or it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. That's it. And we had to be out by 10 a.m. Sunday. Like it was
strict.
Yes. And so, and again, this looming inspection on Monday, they they also kept confusing us with another group that was renting it or had rented it. They kept thinking we were a group of like 16 people. And we're like, no, we're 9 people and we're all like over 30. So like, except for Ria's the only one that's still in her 20s. Like she's about to be 29. So it's like, what the fuck? It just was such a frustrating thing to deal with. Did it give you a bad taste in
your mouth?
Yes,
about
it did.
Airbnb in general.
I wouldn't say about Airbnb in general, because I've always had good experiences with Airbnb, and I've got really good standing on Airbnb. Like I care very much about how we enter someone's home, leave someone's home. Like it's nice of them to be renting these beautiful spaces to us. So this one, I thought, because it's advertised as like a luxury thing and whatever, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna have that figured out. Like clearly they wouldn't just like rent out this massive fucking property if not for, you know, or if not to like have all of this stuff sorted. You know what I mean? Like there shouldn't be
100%.
There shouldn't be this much communication. You know what I mean?
100%. And also,
there's no need.
Word to the wise, if you're staying in an Airbnb or at a friend's house, when you leave, clean up your area,
always
strip the bed,
always
throw the sheets into the fucking washer and dryer. You know, get them food on the way out.
Do what you gotta do.
Be a good guest so that your space looks exactly how it is before you got there.
Exactly.
Take the trash out. These are all little things that make a difference, especially if you're a fucking adult. It's not like we're kids and you're going to be in a house and you're going to trash it and then leave and then whatever.
Exactly.
The cleaners are there to scrub the shit stains off the toilet. They're not there to fucking
they're not going to
rearrange furniture and pick up pillows and this and that.
No. And that's just rude. And again, we got a note from them in the morning, like after the husband like said that inappropriate shit. Then all of a sudden the wife was like,
"Who
being
is this guy? Air him out online and ruin his fucking life."
So I'm still dealing with
literally
Airbnb.
ruin it.
I'm going back and forth with them, but they're not really being like, they're kind of like, oh, what are the complaints? I've got all these screenshots of the conversations, whatever. Like, but the thing is, again, I've already been fully charged, like before we even got there. So
tell your credit card company, don't let them put
happen.
any more charges on you.
Well, for sure, no. Like that's not happening.
Tim Dillon had an episode where he got into it with these women in Joshua Tree, who he rented a house from.
Yeah.
At the Airbnb, I think it was called Tim Dillon versus like the Desert Dykes, these two lesbians.
Oh my God.
It was a similar thing where they lit him up and he goes, all right, we're airing it all out. And he aired it out. And it was one of these things where the host had these unrealistic expectations. If you're not comfortable having people live in your house for a couple of days, don't fucking rent it.
Right. Completely. And it is unfortunate because they had it was a cool pool. It was a cool, like, you know, space. Like Thursday and Friday ended up being like really good times. We had a lot of fun. Like, it's not like, I don't want this to like take away from the fun that it was,
right?
But I do, like, it has left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's made me feel like it's somehow my fault because I like saw the house and thought it was a good idea. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's not your
it gets
fault.
me like, so now I'm like, whatever.
I think when I go,
I also drank too much the entire time, so that was another.
Yeah, listen, this is the most that I've drank in probably 10 years.
Saturday night, I was like screaming about people drinking my rosé when nobody was drinking my rosé. Like, it was not cute.
We were at the box on Saturday night. It was probably also didn't wait in a single line. It was great. We were at the box. It was probably midnight. I was getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
They go, "Where are you going?" I go, "Oh, I can't stand." I go, "What do you mean?" I go, "You see how I'm leaning on this pole? If I let go, I'm falling over." So it was. But when I go out places and I go to vacation, which your story makes me a little bit hesitant. When I go out places and I go to vacation, I need to be around things. What I've learned is that's very important to me. If I feel isolated, like, I need space. I need my own space to be from people, but I also want to be close enough to town so that I can go to a bar. I need to be stimulated. New York City has ruined me to be stimulated.
Yeah, see, like, sometimes I like to go on vacation to get away from, like, to be like isolated. Like, I like to be in a space where it's like, all right, you prepare in advance, you get the food, you go into the market every day, like, whatever. Like, there were moments where you could just go, like, you go drive out, get a breakfast sandwich. Like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I love to just sit around and drink. Like, I think that I'm just in that phase, and I think I just need to make sure that I'm like around people that are in that same phase. Because if if I'm planning a trip in the woods and people want to go out, that's tough. Like I've planned a trip in the woods. So sorry. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
It was like all my friends from home, we were talking all year about we got to do and I knew that it was never going to get off the ground.
Yeah.
They all have kids. There's 2 of them who will like actually do things. The rest, it's like, they're like retired. It's fucking bizarre. But I was like, let's do a trip somewhere. And they were looking at houses out in Western Mass. Yeah. And I was like, this sounds fun. And in the back of my head, I'm like, there's no entertainment. Mm-hmm. This is going to be like a difficult, it might get old fast if we're just sitting around drinking and you can only kind of tell the same story so many times. And it's like, okay, we're going to play beer pong. Like we all get hungover and they're very some of them are very anti like crowd, anti this and that, which is fucking I hate when anyone bitches about a crowd or a line.
No. I hate it too.
Go to a Trader Joe's on 7th Avenue and then fucking talk to me.
I hate people bitch about traffic. There's always going to be fucking traffic.
Yes.
There's people are on the road. What do you want?
What do we do if there's traffic? Sit in it.
Oh my God, you sit in it. You have no choice. Like, sorry.
God forbid it's an hour of
time. There is no
avoiding
traffic. Like, shut the fuck up about traffic.
That's
the thing that like I've taken from my dad bitches about. Nobody bitches about traffic more than my dad, and I never understand. Like it's like you will never beat traffic. Like it's never gonna happen.
And especially you live here, it's just like what else are you gonna do? Go on your phone, watch a movie. I don't give a fuck. Watch a movie behind the wheel. Go on TikTok. I don't fucking care. There was no traffic in Nantucket, which was great. Nice. Ubers take a half a second. They bring you into town.
That's lovely.
It was great.
People are just living their life. I had an Uber driver the other day that was watching a full length like AI movie on his phone, like while it was like propped up on his phone, like this AI like Asian movie.
I'm cool with that
in English, but
like your thing, bizarre. I'll do mine. I'm cool with that. It
was so bizarre. I was like, can you please drive the car? But yeah, I just think that it's such a huge responsibility to be somebody who like rents a home to a large group of people as an Airbnb. And I understand that a lot of things come with that. And I understand maybe sometimes you think you're being helpful with like extra information or like constant contact or whatever about a house, but it's like, we're not, I don't need you to be breathing down my fucking neck and telling me that like, hey, I'd like the temperature. Like, I don't need you to be the one controlling the temperature of the house. Like that is a bridge too far for me. I also don't need you to be accusing us of like taking a pregnancy test and eating jalapenos. Like literally shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, it was just so inappropriate, Pat. Like, and that was like, we were absolutely shocked when we heard that. We were like, who the fuck does this guy think he doesn't know us at all?
I would
like,
ruin his life personally.
It's too much. Well, we're like working on it. And again, Airbnb, I don't want to talk shit about Airbnb because I really do like them always. Like this is probably my first bad experience, but they're being the most unhelpful.
I feel
in terms of like trying to talk about it.
High end Airbnb.
They want so much. I sent them so many screenshots and so much information, and they just are like, okay, we'll get back to you. And they haven't done jack shit. So it's like, okay, they don't care. And I just know that like, again, what are they going to refund me? Like, no, right. I don't think that's going to happen.
It's also weird that when I'm at an Airbnb, I think they have the code to the door. What if they come in and kill me?
Oh, absolutely. Well, when they're telling us, they're like, oh, so-and-so's stopping by to grab some machines from the basement. I was like, you couldn't set this up like when we left?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Don't do that when I'm
here.
And
some guy literally did. He just like showed up and knocked on the door and was like, I'm here to get the stuff in the basement. We were like, okay, well, do you know where it is? He's like, yup. And he's just waltzing into the house. I'm like, okay, fine. But
it's fucking insane.
Thank God we outnumber you, because I don't know.
Thank
it's just
God
like.
We outnumber you. That's
truly.
the point. The point of vacation is you're thinking about in a life or death fight, whether or not you have numbers.
It was like a crazy rainstorm and some random dude showed up with like a car where he was driving on the wrong side of the car. He had like a European car with like the driver's side was on like the opposite side, and he like it was all of it was very sketchy.
We only buy American.
I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Okay,
just was like, how can you even drive that on the road? Like I was shocked. How'd you get that over here?
That's weird.
It was just like it really
sounds
put a bad
sounds like
taste
you
in
had
my
an
mouth.
awful vacation.
Well, the house.
Your vacation sucked.
I've taken that on my shoulders as like my responsibility, so I feel like I ruined the vacation.
You
know
ruined
what I mean?
the vacation for everyone.
It seems like I did. Like, that's how it feels. That's literally how it feels, and no one's really said anything to the contrary. So I think that it's safe to say,
live and learn, right?
Next year
you
they
go
can
back
do it
to the
without
fucking
me.
beach. That's all you
True.
gotta do.
Yeah. We gotta book it in advance. That's another thing too. I need all the motherfuckers who are trying to get on the Jersey Shore to stop doing it.
Buy a house
That's
on
not
the
your
Jersey
spot.
Shore.
I know. I'm trying.
I know.
That's always in my list.
I would love that. I also got smoked by a fucking bug on my leg on the beach, and my whole foot and ankle is swollen.
Do you see dragonflies? Dragonflies are crazy right now.
Can you see it?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh
Does
my
that
God.
Look bad? I can't see it.
Pat, that's insane.
I have a cankle.
No, are you good?
No,
what the fuck bit you?
My leg was going numb yesterday, so I took a Benadryl.
Yeah. What bait you?
I don't know.
That is concerning.
I was laying on the beach with a lover.
That is something.
Next thing you know. So here I was.
So like a sand flea.
Yeah. So here I was on the beach with a lover.
Love it.
Next thing I know, my leg kicks up. Next thing I know, I donkey kick the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought you were leg popping from a kiss, but really it was just a vicious spider bite, likely. Maybe that's why your heart's stopping.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh God. I got that weird like tick disease.
Yeah. Lyme. It's called Lyme.
Lyme, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like some
Lyme disease.
alpha something.
Oh, is there another tick disease?
It like makes you allergic to meat.
Oh fuck! I never heard about that, but I hope that's not real.
Yeah.
I did. They did have some cool like trails in the back of the house because again, it was like this massive property. So it was. I liked the house. I would have liked. Yeah. I would have liked the house just minus these people up my ass. But there was like a trail in the back that like went into this clearing where there were like benches and stuff, and it was either probably like for weddings or for like
a burn pit for the bodies,
or literally
of the
like a cult activity. So one or the other. Both were cool to me.
Either you're fine with.
Yeah, I was fine with both. I just wanted to know what
you are the cult leader. You come out, you levitate out to the back.
I almost pulled everybody in the back and said, "Hey, meet me in the back," and then and this is why I brought you on here.
A Rothschild style like big thing.
Could you imagine me like Nick Mulcahy. Nick Mulcahy was also there. That's why I forgot.
Nick Mulcahy was there? I didn't know you guys were like
Nick's in our friend group. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's so fucked up that
brag.
Yeah, sorry, bitch.
Goddamn.
Wow.
That's was so sick.
Earlier when I was listening, everybody said, sorry if I forgot you, and I forgot Mulcahy. That's so fucked up by me.
I like to keep the dolls at an arm's length. Never let anyone know you too well.
Never and that is true. Nobody knows me in that group. Well, Rhea and Fran.
No.
Nobody
My closest friends have no idea.
No. I lie to everybody.
I've spent years hiding who I really am.
Yeah, no, I lie a lot. I'm a different version. Depending on who I'm around, I'm a different person.
I'm a completely different person around different people.
That's why I don't like having everybody in the same room, because I don't know who to be.
God forbid. You have to remember what stories you told who.
Exactly. Right. Like I can't keep track of my lies that way. It's tough. It's really hard.
It's really, as you get older, it's difficult to keep track of your lies.
Yeah, it really is. But then you also care less when the truth comes out. You're like, yeah, I lied about that. I'm constantly doing like, whoops, I lied about that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Sometimes you just admit it and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Most of the lies are inconsequential.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just lie a little because it's easier.
Right.
You're like, whatever.
I didn't lie about like being tired of going home this weekend, which was great. Like Sunday night, I was like, hey, I got to go home. I'm about to collapse.
Yeah,
we've been drinking for 4 days straight.
Sure.
They're like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to die if I don't go home. And they're like, stay. I go, nah, just left.
Sometimes you just got to leave.
You got to pull the Trent way of doing things.
I had to take many a break. Yeah. I also, this was another unfortunate thing that did kind of ruin my own personal vacation. I got like 3 different migraines throughout the trip. Like it was just, I think allergies, whatever.
Bad bag.
I kept having to like, and I, bad bag, yeah. That shit smelled like gasoline.
Yeah.
But so I kept having to like the lights were bothering me at one point. Yeah. I was being a diva about it. Like there were so many things that were like this close.
The lights were bothering
Well, it was like the lights were off and then we turned all the fucking lights on and then one of the lights is hitting me directly in the face and I was like, this is going to give me a migraine. And it did. It gave me an immediate headache. And I just like, I'm so sensitive to light and to like smell and sound sometimes. And it was not a good weekend for it.
This is the Kelly that I know. This is the true Kelly. I was in like the like so the loft area.
Yeah.
So basically there was a skylight like over my bed. So I would wake up at 6 a.m. basically on the surface of the sun. I'd open my eyes and just be like, and I'd be like, ugh. I had like towels over the banister.
It's so hard.
So they couldn't see the gay sex that I was having from the couch downstairs.
Of course. They could only hear it.
Yeah, they could only hear it.
If they wanted to see it, they had to pay a premium.
Yeah, they could only hear it. Making animal noises. It was fucking great though. There's something nice about.
I'm proud of you for having all that gay sex.
I didn't have any.
I don't believe you.
About being
That's why you're so light on your feet this weekend. That's why you're wearing linen pants to work.
No kidding. I wore linen.
I honestly love them though. You look great.
Thank you.
And I love the color. But I would say that there's speaking of gay sex, there's a lot of petty bitchy drama going on internally right now.
Quick break from the show to talk to you about Cash App. If you weren't up to speed already, Cash App is way more than just a safe way to send and receive money with the Cash App card. You unlock tons of perks without all the hidden fees. Enjoy the benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concerts, Kendrick Lamar, Sabrina Carpenter, to name a few recent examples, plus discounts on everyday purchases and popular brands you're probably already spending money on. Add your card to your digital wallet to make your money move even easier. Cash App also adds security to your money by declining suspicious card transactions and sending you a notification to make sure the payment is really you. We love Cash App. And also, if your card is lost or stolen, you can lock it with just one tap on the app. Spend with confidence with the Cash App card today. Now, Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code CASHAPP10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App, Visa, Debit Flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. The Bancorp Bank, N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA, Inc. See terms and conditions for details of the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton Debit Flex card, and Bancorp Debit Flex card. Cash App Green features savings, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App Block Inc. brand. Wow.
Tell them.
Visit Cash App /legal/podcast for disclosures. Check out Cash App. They're great, and we love them. All right, we have huge news, and that is I'm going to be in Boston, and I'm going to be there for Bumble. Have you seen this stuff online where people pitch their friends online? And it's like
Pat, have I seen it online? I was there in person.
Yes,
Hello.
you did it in Chicago.
I did an event in Chicago where we did the Bumble Be Pitched event, Be Pitched IRL. It was a banging success. I've never seen so many people come out to not only pitch their friends, but go above and beyond to make sure that they're making love connections. Like, it was so lovely to see. And I think that this, you going to Boston is the perfect opportunity for people to go ahead and sign up to do this for their own friends. But also, if they are wanting to be pitched, listen, it's the perfect environment for it. And nothing makes you feel better than your friends gassing you up for a couple of minutes on a PowerPoint. It's incredible.
It's awesome. So it's like a real life online dating, pitching people on stage, and it's a singles event. It's a mixer. There's open bar. It's the best. Like I said, if you're single and you want to be pitched, sign up. If you're not single and you have a friend who wants to be pitched, sign them up. Come hang out. It's going to be me. It's going to be Tommy Smokes. It's one of those nights that you kind of have to witness in person.
Yes.
Because everyone's in such good mood and everyone's so happy to be there.
Absolutely. Take my word for it. Really. Like, I pitched Connor Griffin when I was there.
Eligible.
And it was incredible. Yeah. And Roan had pitched Tommy.
Really?
And it was great. And I swear to God, we had like a slew of beautiful women, beautiful, smart, intelligent women who were being pitched. And then also a couple of very handsome, very precious men.
Precious man. Yeah. Tommy and I are pitching a precious man who works here.
You are pitching a precious man.
I
do know who it is.
He's great.
Yes.
So come hang out.
I could not speak more highly of this precious man.
It's going to be great. Have your friends sign up at bepitched.com, 7 p.m. Thursday, Rocco's, Boston, July 23rd. Myself, Tommy. It'll be great. Shout out Bumble. There is. Yes, speaking of gay sex, I thought you were going to say like Republican drama you want to talk about. Yeah,
no,
there is.
We could actually talk about that too.
No,
honestly,
this
pick
is
your
more
poison. They're both
interesting.
super gay. So.
Yeah, this is more interesting. So a little bit of Barstool drama that's going on.
And then we'll talk about Hunter Biden at the end.
Yeah. If I can have enough breath and if I can have enough life in my lungs.
True.
To get through it. Basically, what's happening is we have a thing called T-Bush Gaming here, which is Little Sass, Mook, and Jersey Jerry.
Yes.
Over the weekend, they lost a big tournament to which Austin, who is Dave's assistant, commented online, "Gotta go, T-Bush Gaming." Little Sass then commented online on Twitter, got to go back to being a full-time assistant.
Yes.
Peace sign. Sass then went on his show, Son of a Boy Dad, which is great. And by the way, Sass caught a stray from me when we were talking about Roan, whatever. I was
yeah.
Sass, I'm fully team Sass.
Yes.
I think
Did
Sass
he ever address
is great.
that? No, he's too busy.
No, and also I don't care. It
he's
is
too busy, by the way.
He's too busy.
He caught shrapnel.
100%. He went on his show, Son of a Boy Dad, and just ripped Austin apart.
Yeah.
He accused Austin of commenting on Instagram as Dave.
Yeah. Which, by the way, when I saw that comment, I thought the same thing. I said, that's Austin.
I did too, because the comment that Dave wrote on one of the reels was, "No practice. They deserve to lose. I don't give a fuck. Not going to help with budget requests going forward, blah, blah, blah." The long and short of this, and the gripe that Sass has with Austin, comes down to one quote that he said in the episode. He said, "I don't want someone who's not in charge and has no authority over me to treat me like he's the CEO of the company." Because our sweet Austin, who is Dave's assistant and does a lot behind the scenes,
That's a stretch,
tends to have a bit of an attitude with people, which rubs some people the wrong way.
Well, I don't know if it's so much as an attitude or the fact that he just like thinks he is Dave sometimes. Like, I think that that's really the disconnect. And I think that's kind of also what Sass is getting at.
Right.
Separately, I like Austin. I've gone out with Austin. I've spent time with him. I think he is fun and funny.
Right.
I think that it's been a while since I've gone out with him. So I think that his personality has changed probably within the last year to the point where like he literally talks like Dave now. Like that's kind of something that I've noticed. He uses his office, Dave's office, as his own office in Chicago.
Which I don't blame him for talking. Like,
no, of
when
course.
you're
If he's
around
on the
someone a
phone,
lot,
business,
like, they
whatever.
kind of rub off on you.
No. But Pat, it's like, I asked at one point, I said, is Austin from Boston? Because never, I think he might be from the area. I'm honestly not sure.
Gotta be, yeah.
But ultimately, I had never even heard a slight inflection from him until like the last year, where he is bar for bar Dave Portnoy. And I don't know if Dave is noticing this. Like Austin's trying to wear your skin. Like that's just maybe like look over your shoulder at night. Like Austin is trying to wear your skin.
I think for Austin, I think it's a lot of it is, look, I think Dave is a very direct person, and I think Dave has earned the right to be very direct with people.
Absolutely.
And this is Dave's company, and Dave doesn't need to use tact or bedside manner when he talks with his employees. And I think Austin lacks tact, and I think a lot of it is youth. I just think he's kind of young, and I think he lacks maybe like the emotional IQ to understand that he's rubbing people the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's earned the right in people's eyes here to be as direct as he is, because I think a lot of times
it's just like you're not Dave. You're Dave's assistant.
You're right. You're not Dave. You have to separate, like Ron said on our show, the message from the messenger.
Yes,
I think when you reach a certain level, you can, if the messenger is delivering the message in a way that rubs you the wrong way or something, that's fine. But if you're not at the point where you've earned that level of success and you've earned the
just respect.
or you've
it's
earned
respect.
the
Not even
respect
success,
of the eyes
the
of
thing.
people here.
Austin's
then
definitely
you
good at
can't
his
do
job. Of course he's good at his job.
He's great at his job.
Of course he is. Like that is not the conversation we're having. The conversation we're having is that he's literally like there was a point where I was like, is Dave, like I blinked twice, Dave, hold up a newspaper, has Austin put you in the shed in the back in Nantucket, and is he masquerading as you? Like sometimes I worry about that because I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
Did what I say make sense?
He runs his entire life. Yes,
like
what you said makes complete sense. Yes, because you're right, and I am half joking in my delivery
I know, but
here.
I think it's more. I think like just being gut level, as Stu Feiner says.
Yes.
I just think it's kind of youth, and I think what you'll learn as you get a little older, and I'm not trying to sound like an old man or like talk down to him. I think it does matter how you make people feel around you,
of course,
in the way you deliver a message. And I think it just fucking, if you're like, you're not in charge of like Sass.
You're not in charge of Sass.
These guys.
Well, that would piss me off. Like it
was
piss
great
me off
content,
when, of course it's like funny, but he's right. It gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, bro, like, are you just doing this because you enjoy needling me about these things?
Right.
Or do you think that you're like creating good content? Or do you think like, what is it that you think you're doing with this? Because now it's almost like you're an obstacle to what we're trying to do.
Right.
And I agree with Dave in the way that like Bush Gaming seems to just be a huge money pit. Okay. Like all they're doing is asking for money. I am not in that world at all. I have no idea the success of T Bush Gaming. I literally don't know, but but we talk about it enough that it seems like it must be some sort of, conversation that's constantly had, whatever. I'm not in the gaming world, but I do know that like, I think I would get laughed out of the building if I asked for like $15,000 for something right now. Like that would be insane. You know what I mean? Like so for them to be getting money to do something in the climate of we're making, we only put money towards things that are worth it.
Right.
To then not hold up your end of the bargain. I understand there being hesitation and at least jokes from Dave being like, this is going to affect the budget. Like it's almost like, it's like the same formula as like Rico's contract. You know how they like are always needling him about like, this is not gonna be great once contract negotiations come around. Like I think Rico obviously takes that very seriously because it's like, this is my fucking job in my life. But ultimately like Dave and Dan are like, they love him and they're going to make sure he's taken care of and it's all fine. But the trade-off is they're going to have these conversations live on a podcast or whatever.
Right.
It's kind of the same for T Bush Gaming in the way of like, this is going to affect the budget. This is going to like, however you guys do is like a part of it. But I do think that someone like Sass or Jerry or Mook who are like really pouring their heart and soul into this and they do really want it to work. Yes.
And are all successful in their own right.
Yes. And so to be like needled in that way is not their style. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be lorded over by someone like Austin. If it's Dave doing it, that's fine. But if it's Austin doing it, it's like, sit the fuck down. Who are you? You know what I mean? And Dave said on his video that he's the one that put Austin as like the buffer between him and Jerry, which is fair because Jerry is a a serial caller and is always asking for something. And so I totally get that too, but that didn't mean like, Austin, you can be me, like act as me.
Just
in
don't
this
be
scenario.
just don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
You can be a dick on camera, but then you have to have the rapport with someone off camera to not be a dick.
Yeah.
Or be a dick and just double down, but
like
just
get
know
out of
that
the bit.
people aren't
Like,
gonna fuck with you.
I just think that maybe the bit was like going on too much. And listen, if I know something about Sass, he's just not a bit guy. You know what I mean? He's not doing bits in that way.
And he said in his video, he's like, I have self-respect. He's like, you're not just the entire content isn't just gonna be you yelling at me.
100%.
And it's also not. This is not life or death.
I also don't like
here.
that
It's
either.
fucking T-Bush.
Yeah, this is the dumbest. All of this is dumb.
You're dumb. You're dumb. It's like it's just.
But I am like that too. I fucking hate like that is not how I do well. I do not respond well to like being yelled at or like being like shamed or like made a fool of. Like then it's like, okay, fuck you. Like I don't want to do it. And I think that's not like, oh, I'm not dedicated to what I'm doing. That's just like, I have self-respect and I'm not going to let some Joe Schmo talk down to me because he's on a power trip. Like that's how it looks. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I think that Austin, I don't know.
How old is Austin?
He's young. He's like, I don't even think he's 30.
Is he 30?
I don't even think so.
He could be one of these guys that's like 38.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely way younger than that.
He's in his 20s.
And again, he like, of course he does well for Dave. Dave wouldn't still employ him and have him as like such a close person in his life. Like Austin knows everything about Dave's life, his personal life and everything, which is a role that you give up your own life for. Like I will say, like like Austin has no life as far as I know. You know what I mean? Like what does he do except for follow Dave around and like do whatever Dave says? But the thing is like, you're not Dave though. And so you need to find your own personality and be normal.
You're not Dave.
Yeah. Right.
Which means you can't treat people how Dave. I think
Dave can treat people however he wants. He pays our
Dave
paychecks. Austin does not pay our fucking
Dave
paychecks.
treats people way better than Austin.
Oh, of course.
But also, assistants are not meant to treat people nice.
No.
A lot of times, assistants will say things. Will be the asshole. That way, the boss doesn't have to be the asshole.
Sure, and there is a truth to that. But I also think that there was like a specific shift in time. Like Austin felt at one point like our friend, and it was like, okay, Austin, yes, he works for Dave and he keeps it professional, but we know that like I've never had any relationship with Austin. He's still like a nice guy, like whatever.
Yeah.
Then it kind of got to a point where I don't know if he just decided one day like, fuck these people, like I'm Dave for life, and maybe that was just what he wanted to do, like for his career or whatever. But like I don't trust Austin. I wouldn't tell Austin shit.
You
like,
don't trust him?
No.
In what sense?
Not for a second. I wouldn't tell him anything that I like wouldn't automatically like
But if I
was telling Austin something, I used to. I used to like go out all the time when it was like when it was like a thing happening in Chicago, like say like The Dozen or Survivor or whatever. Like those are times where I've like been out with Austin, and when he's off the clock, and I'm like, oh, that's fun. You're a fun time and you're a normal person. But I've not seen that version of him in a very long time.
But I think he's a little, even when and I don't know him, but the very brief interactions I've had with him, he does seem guarded off the clock.
No,
he
totally.
seems a little like I've tried to, and I don't care, whatever. I've tried to kind of like, be friendly and jokey with him, and it doesn't really. It's like his mind is elsewhere, and it's probably on his job.
No, I'm sure, but that's what I'm saying. Then keep it on your job, and don't like lord over the people that your boss employs. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where my disconnect is, because it does come across weird. And I've been saying this for a while because I do think that Austin's like literally trying to wear Dave's skin. Like he just when he started talking exactly like him, I started being like, okay, that's weird. Like I'm sure you've got a little accent, but you aren't like. It's side by side, bar for bar. It's very strange, Yeah,
just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to, is don't be a dick. Be a dick and just know that you're going to get called out on it.
Like it is in tone as well, but it's also in inflection. Like he says stuff like Dave says. I haven't noticed.
Really?
Yes.
I think they probably just spend so much fucking time together.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Does he
live
at his house?
What if I started, I'm hanging out with my British friends, all of a sudden I show up with a British accent, you'd like call me a freak.
Hilarious. Do you remember the lady who woke up from a coma with a Chinese accent?
Yeah, that was nuts.
That is
that's
my
literally
dream.
Austin. Austin fell asleep in Nantucket and woke up with Dave's voice. Like that's.
If I woke up from a knee surgery with a Chinese accent,
that'd be the best thing ever for you.
I'm not gonna do it. But
don't do it.
It would be all time.
You would love it. But yeah, and again, I'm not saying at all that Austin isn't like a hard worker, and I don't want Dave to like now,
Dave defended him on his video.
For sure. And of course he's gonna defend him. That's his guy. He knows everything. Literally the most personal details about Dave are in Austin's hands. That's somebody, you want.
What if that was his actual son and we just don't know?
Maybe it is.
It's too tall.
Yeah, he's too tall. Oh, also, they don't look alike.
Doesn't he have like size 17 feet or something?
I don't even know. But he is very tall. He's sneaky
feet.
tall. But I just think that it's like a strange, like I'm not surprised that Sass has this response to it.
I'm glad,
and I'm surprised that nobody said
anything
until now. Like I'm surprised that
because people are afraid of Austin because he acts so much like Dave. They think it is Dave.
I'm just not really afraid of Austin. Like I don't want to really be on his bad side either because again, he's literally Dave's guy, and I don't want to be like too offensive to everybody. But it's like you're not like what. Yeah. Backseat. Like, what are you talking about?
I've emailed or texted Dave before, and in the back of my head, I'm like, am I just emailing or texting Austin?
So
I'm like private-ish stuff about like around contract time, like
that's
sensitive stuff.
And
I'm like, does Austin read this shit?
That's what I mean about like I don't trust Austin. Like I would not tell Austin something personal about me that I would tell Dave. You know what I mean? So I don't like the idea.
Like what?
Well, you know, like what you're saying, contract negotiations, whatever. And it's not that I don't like. I'm sure he knows everything. I'm sure, but I feel like I've got a different kind of relationship with Dave than I do with Austin, and I don't need Austin in my fucking business. Like, does that make sense? Yeah. And I would think that that's kind of how Sass is like, I don't need you in my fucking business.
Yeah, and I also think he's just been browbeaten by Austin. Like, the content on T-Bush Gaming became just Austin being mean to everyone, and Sass has just been browbeaten. He's like, all right, fuck off, dude.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Like, quick reminder here of, like, what like Sass said, he's been here 7 years.
Been here longer than Austin, and it's like, at the end of the day, I do think that the amount of time you've like been here matters. You know what I mean? Like wherever you are on the totem pole, if you're like a new bitch coming in, it's like, okay, well, you know, just have a little respect at least for the longevity of someone's career in a place like this.
And I think a lot of times professionally, when someone is in a position where they have a direct boss who is very demanding in terms of what you have to do for the job and has a lot of power, they then also, because they have so little power within their direct boss, they then want to exert whatever power they have
for sure
on the people below him. So for him, it's like, all right, I'm gonna act like my boss does with me, which is warranted and earned and all this, and I'm gonna be like this with the people below me. But it's like, dude, fucking chill out.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, like, once Dave says, which it sounds like is gonna happen one day.
I know nothing about this situation. I'm just speaking.
No, but you're right. You're right, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Once Dave says, like, Austin's in charge, then okay, Austin's in charge. But until then, I'm not listening to Austin.
He would be a nightmare as, like, someone in...
Well, it sounds
if he
like
were to be,
Dave
like,
said,
in charge of,
Dave
like,
said
fucking,
once he's gone, Austin's going to be, like, a high-up executive. So maybe we got to fall in line eventually. Who knows?
High-up executive. Because we have finance executive, we have marketing executive, we have this. I would imagine it'll be, like, maybe like a Hankish role.
His first order of business is going to fire the both of us. We're talking shit. Me first, then you second. Like, definitely, once he's, like, in charge. But again, like, I don't know. He knows where bodies are buried, but it's like... What are you up to, Austin?
People always say that. It's like, what bodies?
I know.
It's like we all have fucking bodies.
Yeah, right, for sure.
I don't know. This will be our last show.
And by the way, my contract still hasn't been renewed. Like, people have forgotten.
You didn't get paid last week.
No, I didn't.
Or was it last week? I got paid. All right, good. Thank God. Yeah, it's...
No, I'm totally kidding about that. That's the contract thing is fine. Dave's busy. He'll call me.
Very good.
Eventually, hopefully.
It's one of those things where it rains, it pours with Barstool drama. But this one seemed... It's always nice to see a guy who's a little bit reserved, like Sass.
Yeah.
Speak up and be fuck off. Yeah. Stop.
Well,
stop.
Because he never would say something like that. So that's how you know he's for real. You know, I was dying though. Francis and Rome were like cracking the fuck up. They were like, they thought it was funny. They thought because
Francis is so tactful.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
would never like.
Well, they view
just
Harry
let
as
it
like
rip.
this like young pup that they need to like usher into the world. But I do think Sass is getting like a little old for that. Like
how old is Sass?
I don't know. He's like he used to be like baby boy, but now I think he's like late 20s. Is it crazy if I say that? He might be younger than that. Maybe he's young.
Does he have a Wikipedia?
How old is he?
Also, I view everyone's here age as three groups. There's people who are in their mid to late 30s like us.
Yeah.
There's people who are really young Gen Zers. And then there's people who are in the middle like the Tommy Smokes of the world.
Yes. He's 25.
Who is?
Sass. That's what AI Overview says. Comedian and podcast host Harry Settle, popularly known as Lil Sasquatch, is 25 years old.
He's 25?
Apparently. God, he's been living a
What
long
the
life.
fuck?
But he like, remember, he did start here like so young.
Yeah.
Like he was like 18 or
When
something.
he was 12. He
yeah,
started
yeah,
working
when he
here.
was 12.
He was groomed
So
by
yeah,
KD.
okay. So then never mind. But okay. I still though, despite the fact that he's 25, normally I would shit talk a 25-year-old man boy to death because I think that you have no brain at that point. But he's lived in dog years. You know what I mean? Like he's a comedian. He's on the road. He's like been doing this for a long time. Like I would say, more a seasoned vet than a young pup at this point.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's
Maybe
a fair
he still needs
assessment.
help.
I also just need to not view people through an age bracket.
Oh,
I guess
so guilty
everyone
of that.
is everyone should be held accountable for what they do.
Agreed, but wow, do I view like age is huge for me. Like if you do something fucked up and I find out you're like 23, I'm like, okay, well you're an idiot.
No,
like
I'm the same way.
That's different. But then also if I found out you do something fucked up and you're 38, I'm like, well you're an asshole then. Like fuck you. Like it could be this exact same crime. A 23-year-old or a 38-year-old. The 38-year-old I'm judging more harshly.
That's why I'm giving Austin the benefit of the doubt. Because I'm like, all right, you're young. You don't know that being a dick matters.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you? You're not getting ahead.
People just don't forget when you're being a dick. Like, people don't forget.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. Try to maybe be our friend and we'll be nice to you too.
I guess, yeah. It's just people don't
I miss him. I miss the fun Austin.
You do?
I miss the Austin that was
fun
cool
Austin
and being silly. Maybe. I don't know. He
I
might
never
be too lost.
experienced him.
Like, he's got to take off the Dave Portnoy mask. He's literally it's inside of his skin. He crawls into his skin at night.
That's facts. Does he live in the guest house?
Probably.
He lives in the
I
bulkhead?
have literally no idea.
Austin lives in the bulkhead on the vineyard?
He lives in Chicago now.
He lives in a lobster trap at the end of the fucking at the end of the
He actually
dock?
lives in the mailbox.
Yeah.
He's in the mailbox. No. He lives in Chicago now. So that's why I'm like, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who
That's
knows?
the Barstool tea. Is there any other Barstool tea we have? Probably not really.
There was some crazy shit happening at the end of last week with like Nate and the movies and he's yelling at Robbie. I don't care either. I think that they've all sorted it out and it's not interesting. I did see the Odyssey.
How was it?
Incredible.
Real quick, Dave's haircut looks great. He cut it himself.
Oh, I almost replied to his tweet
great.
and said he looked great with that haircut.
I almost texted him and was like, your hair looks great. And I was like, that's weird.
That's too far. That's too far.
He's like, I cut it myself. I was like, this is the best haircut you've had.
Wait, what?
In 10 years.
He did not cut his hair.
He said it was too bushy, so he took it down. That's the best haircut he has had in ages.
There's no... Really?
Yeah.
His hair looks great. It does. I really almost replied to his tweet and said, great haircut, by the way. Like the video of him talking shit about Bush Gaming, etc. Great hair. Good. Great hair, Dave. And we're not just saying that because we just should talk to your assistant for 45 minutes. And sorry, Austin, don't be too upset, but also
he'll be fine.
Whatever.
He's a hardened shit.
You're fine.
His soul
We're
is
inconsequential
left his
to
body.
you. You're doing bigger and better things. You're popping bottles on Nantucket or Miami or wherever the fuck Dave is this week.
I would have loved to run into him. I think I did do a shot with him in Chicago. I would have loved to run into him out in Nantucket, but
oh yeah, that would have been nice. No, I think he's in Chicago like all the time.
I think he was still in the kennel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When Miss Peaches is gone, he takes the bed. Sleeps at the foot. Imagine
they didn't let the lock off the door.
He sleeps at the foot of his bed like Miss Peaches.
Wait, I was dying because they were talking about on Son of a Boy Dad. They were like, either because Sass was like either Austin wrote that comment from Dave or like Dave and Austin were right next to each other like when it was written or something like that because he like didn't believe that Dave was like tuned in enough to write a comment like that. And so Roan made a joke was like they're next to each other in bed like hee. That's literally how I feel. Like Austin is that's his dad, you know?
It's Jafar
and
Iago.
It's the new Jerry Carrabis. Jerry Carrabis is gone.
Rocket.
Shout out Jerry Carrabis. Dave was his dad, and now Austin is his other son.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, no, that's
his
totally
favorite
fair
son,
assessment.
in fact.
All right, guys, quick break to talk to you about Monarch. It's summer, and I don't want to have to worry about my finances. I'm sure you don't either.
Especially not when I'm going on vacation.
Exactly. That's where Monarch comes in. Most apps tell you what you've already spent. Monarch, on the other hand, it helps set goals, map out big purchases, and see if you're actually on track before it's too late to adjust. You can ask Monarch's AI assistant about your finances, like how much did I spend on travel last summer, or can I afford this vacation without touching my savings? All the stuff that you think about in your head with finances, Monarch kind of puts it on a screen right there for you so you can see it and actually make informed decisions. So it spots things that, like I said, you wouldn't usually look for because it's got these AI insights. It's great. Has your spending gone up or is it just inflation? You can get a heads up also on what you're spending money on with this AI weekly recap. So it'll actually show you what you spend money on throughout the week. It's really powerful, insightful stuff. And it flags spending spikes, net worth shifts, any upcoming expenses. You can split the check without a headache with Monarch's bill split, which is huge. So if you're out to eat with friends, you don't want to have to worry about, who's paying for what. You just use Monarch. Bill split after you scan the receipt, everyone claims what they got and then settles up. No separate app needed. Write your own money story with Monarch. Use code ABOUT at monarch.com to get your first year of Monarch Core half off at just $50. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code ABOUT. You saw I saw
the Odyssey.
You saw the
tremendous.
Odyssey, yes.
So good. Highly recommend. I didn't see it in IMAX. Couldn't get an IMAX ticket.
How long was it?
It was still fine. Almost 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Yes, but I love the Odyssey, like the story of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And I think they did that's why I saw it. I'm not like a Chris Nolan
Was that
freak.
written by Homer?
Yes, it is. And if you go to IMDb for the Odyssey, the movie, it says like writers, Christopher Nolan, Homer. It's like pretty funny. So, but yeah, it does obviously have something for like true, real, like hardcore Odyssey fans. It does have some things omitted and a little bit rushed through, but the story is it's literally an epic. Like it's so long. Right. 3 hours. It was, we're lucky to get out of there in 3 hours. So
it was 3 hours?
Yeah. I think 2 hours and 53 minutes or something.
It's like a flight to fucking Vegas.
Yeah. I had no I didn't really drink a lot. I ate a whole tub of popcorn though, which was nice. So, but for those who really do like the story of the Odyssey, I think they did a tremendous job like showing it because it's, it's like half real, half magic, sort of war, mythology, like whatever.
That's right up
like
your alley.
Oh, very much so. And I studied it in like 7th grade in high school and then again in college. And then I just like love it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I highly recommend it. I recommend seeing it in theaters. It is going to be loud. People are like bitching about the how loud it is. I'm like, well, it's war and monsters. Like it's going to be loud as fuck. Yeah, it's War Queen. It's loud. But Matt Damon's getting an Oscar. Like there's not a doubt in my mind. He really, really acted his dick off. Like
who'd he play?
He played Odysseus, like the main character. And he's this like man who he was like in charge of a bunch of men going into the Trojan War. And then for the rest of the movie / story, he grapples with why he's like experiencing this bad luck and whatever. He's incredible. And so, like the point of the story is that Odysseus, the main character, has to do a lot of self-reflection as to like, I am not more powerful than the gods or fate. That's like kind of the general thing. Cause he's constantly tempting fate. Like, and he fucks up every time. Like,
it's me.
Like literally, I will say in the movie,
it's me every time I sleep with someone.
Literally. In the movie, they really give Odysseus a hero edit. Like he has some moments where he's not so heroic and he like fucks up and like acts impulsively or acts emotionally or whatever. In the actual story of the Odyssey, Odysseus is like kind of a piece of shit. Like he just like literally can't get out of his own way. He's just, his ego is so big he can barely breathe. Like that's kind of the vibe. But I do like how they changed it a little bit for Matt Damon to play this like, I don't know.
Cop from South Side of
Boston.
Yeah.
He looked Boston. Amazing. Like he's so physically fit. But I think it was good how they did it. Like I think it makes more sense and it makes you like, because you want to root for him. Because if they made him this like total anti-hero the whole time, I think that people would be like, this movie sucks. But I think it was a good interpretation of it. I think everybody that was cast in it was amazing. Like I don't understand anyone like complaining about it. I really don't. So hopefully.
All right. Well, there's lots of controversy online apparently about.
Well, people are,
What were they mad about?
What weren't they mad about? You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. But I would say the general conversation is like there were no Greeks in this movie, which is true.
Oh, shut the fuck
And
up.
I will say
That's
this,
like when
though.
they say there's no straight people or there's no gay people playing gay people. Only gay people can play gay people.
Yes.
Well, I guess
will
it's different
say this,
for ethnicity, maybe. I don't know.
The Greeks in Greece,
they're a lazy people.
Well, they were unhappy. They were unhappy.
Really?
Yeah, they were not excited for the Odyssey because Chris Nolan didn't cast any Greek people even as like extras. Like they were like, you can't even put us in there as extras because they're a company, they've had a lot of ups and downs when it comes to their like money. You know what I mean? Like their economy.
Bankrupt.
Yeah.
That's like when Robin Williams would do movies, he would always hire homeless people as extras.
Yeah.
Like in the area in LA
nice.
to give them like something to do.
So that's kind of, I mean, I'm not saying that's literally what the Greeks were up to, but they, not only did they not put any Greek people as like extras or anything in the movie, they also didn't use any Greek like production or anything. Like Chris Nolan brought everything in himself.
He brings it from LA.
Yeah. Like honestly. And then kind of like left a mess. Like that's what the people over there. And again, I was boots on the ground. I know what's going on over there.
Right.
And that's what they were all saying. However, apparently it's like the highest grossing movie in Greece, like selling out the theaters, like whatever. So everybody is going to see it. And I said that my hope is that it inspires people to do more research about like Greek history.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of history tied in within the mythology. And the mythology, even right now, currently, they kind of treat it like a religion. You know what I mean? Like it's a very different vibe when you're there. So I hope it encourages people to go visit and spend some time and money in Greece. And the people are nice, and they are hospitable, and it's their time.
Yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time, like when I was in Greece, in terms of like where I was and like the things to do. I thought it was a
You can
great
do like a
vacation.
full Odyssey tour. You can go to all the places.
Really?
Yeah, you can go to the places that they filmed and the places that are like rumored to have the actual places. Like,
did you read it? And like, was that a reading book that we did growing up?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Odyssey?
saying. Seventh grade, or at least for me, 7th grade, we did the Odyssey. Like
Catcher
it was a whole
in the Rye,
Catcher in the Rye,
Mice and Men. What else?
All those. 7th grade, we did the Odyssey. I also did it in high school, in honors English, and then I also did it in college. I had like a college English, some sort of. I was always like an English bitch, so I was always taking those classes, and we did like a full breakdown in college as well. And I just like it. And if I've not seen Percy Jackson, but everybody says that Percy Jackson is like the Odyssey. And so now I have to watch that.
I was going to say, I got to check it out.
I'm
I want to go to
curious.
the movies. I haven't been.
Well, you got to go to the movies.
You were an English bitch? Every gay boy has
I wasn't
an English. Every gay boy has an English teacher that they love. Shout out my 9th and 11th grade English teacher, Miss Bunker.
Absolutely. Shout out to all my English teachers. Shout out
loved
to
her.
Miss Baldwin. She was my creative writing teacher, and I loved her. And she was very funny. And she was, now thinking back, I'm like that. I think she was like in maybe 30, maybe.
Right.
And
Isn't
like
that
so
crazy
cool
to think about?
And she was just so cool to us, and she was very encouraging as far as creative writing goes. But all my English teachers, if you were my English teacher, like I loved you to death. Mr. Giacomo, he was amazing.
Mr.
He's who taught us about the
Giacomo.
Odyssey first in 7th grade.
Whoa.
Like he was like, I was so captivated in the way that he taught it. It was incredible. And that has a lot to do with it. Like if you learn the Odyssey from like a boring teacher, then whatever. Miss Miller, everybody thought she was a bitch. I just thought she was dry and funny.
Really?
Yeah, and I loved her.
My teacher was a lesbian, Miss Bunker, and the kids were so mean to her. But I remember there was this kid who would bully me, who would call me, like he would raise his hand, and the answer would be like, "Because Pat's a faggot," and she was
disgusting.
And now he's the grossest. Like
that was the time.
Look at him now.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Addicted to heroin somewhere, probably.
Hopefully, fucking 6 feet under. But he's just one of these like swollen, terrible.
He's honestly,
he looks like he's overdosing
where he
on
probably
sodium
is
all the time.
gay.
Yeah, literally, probably. But
He's
I remember
probably literally sucking dick right now.
She would stick up for me, and she was so
Good.
great. And I remember kids were so fucking mean.
What would she
her.
say to that? That's really.
She'd go, and then say his name. But this is a different time, so you wouldn't even get kicked out of class for that.
Yeah,
She'd be like,
so
not appropriate, and I'd be like reading that.
Yeah, like crying and like writing about it. Yeah. You're like sad about it.
That is true. Everyone has that one teacher. Damn. She was the best, Miss Bunker.
Shout out to her for being not only an ally, but
yeah, and she was like
teacher.
a lesbian, like
good.
cargo short, like spiky hair.
Love it.
Kids were just ruthless to her.
We had women like that in our, we had like like our health teacher, our gym teacher,
a 2006 public school
rough time
lesbian English teacher.
Really rough time.
Woo!
And on behalf of all the children of that time, we're so sorry.
Yes, we apologize to you all.
It was too much. But yeah, so I would say if you're even on the fence about the Odyssey, just go see it. Like it's really fun. It's really good, and it's visually stunning, obviously. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you have any teachers that slept with students?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We had a health teacher.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a name.
I don't want to say names because these people are very much still alive.
She talks like this.
We had a couple.
And
yeah,
she was.
We had a guy
and a
girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had one. Yeah, he slept with a girl like in the wrestling room.
Oh, that's just perv shit. You know what is so crazy? So, did you ever watch Pretty Little Liars?
No.
You should. I'm gonna put that on your list of mandatory watching.
I need a new show.
Pretty Little Liars is like one of those like ABC shows of like it's just ridiculous. It went on for like 8 seasons, but one of the main storylines in the entire thing is a Lucy Hale plays a sophomore in high school named Aria, and she has an affair with her like English teacher,
and
Ezra
it's normal
Fitch.
then?
And it's like they make it like sexy, where they're like, ooh, it's forbidden love. It's like she's literally 16 and he's like 40. Like it was so insane and inappropriate. And I can't believe for like 5 seasons we were rooting for Aria and Ezra. Like it was crazy.
Just looking back, it's like we used to brutalize some of our teachers.
Yeah.
We'd be like, we'd be like, Miss Hawkins.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, Miss Hawkins, go grab that from the printer. And she'd grab it and it would just be a photo of her house.
No, stop. That makes me so sad. I hated the kids that would bully the teachers. I hated that.
That was the worst. Miss Lund. We'd be just like on actual ecstasy in her class. And she'd start speaking Spanish. It would be like, ooh, speak Spanish to me, Miss Lund.
No.
She'd like,
so bad.
She'd go, boys, enough.
That's why I could never be a teacher because it's like I can't. You could never.
The guidance.
I could never control a room like that. Never. They would never respect me ever.
We had a teacher who was on Girls Gone Wild, and everyone found out.
No.
And so we'd always be like, Miss Blank, we'd be like, tell us about Mexico.
No.
And she'd be like, don't go there.
No.
Or the guys would walk into her class and go, who's that lady? Who's that lady? Like just the most crazy shit.
Public school really was a crazy fucking place.
It was nuts.
Kids were so vile.
We'd be drinking and it was just fucking crazy.
I had vodka and some tea sometimes when I was with my bad influence friends. We'd be like, But that was really fun.
The bad influence.
One time true. I
hung out with some very, very nasty people.
I
had friends across every spectrum.
Same, and that's the way to do it. You got to be friends with. You got to have friends in every group because that's what makes things interesting. And then you could just be a different person with every group.
Exactly.
Which is the
there was
best.
This one girl.
Nothing
I'll give
was
her a
better
name.
than that.
This girl, Alex Young.
Yeah.
We used to call her Mullet. She was
one of the funniest
people.
Name?
Yeah, I don't care. One of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. Yeah. I would be like in tears when I was with her, but she would hang out with these people. These people would hang out with these people.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story: is have a wide group of friends. That shows mental health. If you only, especially with gay guys, if they only hang out with a certain group of people, or they all look the same, or this and that, or
then
if people
you're not original. You can't form your own thoughts and opinions because you have no experience in like speaking with different people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I hate that. I really do love a diverse group of friends, not just in the traditional diversity sense, but personality wise.
Well, that I don't. But even like going out, bringing it back to Nantucket, the same thing. I was like, I'll go out with Paul, or like I know his friends.
Course.
He can talk.
You go with the flow.
He can talk to anyone. I can talk to anyone. You don't have to worry, and this is true for all like you and all the people that I hang out with.
I feel like I'm an easy person. Like, yes, I might get a little too drunk on you, but I can talk to anybody.
I want people to be boozing up. I don't want to ever turn to, and also you buy a drink, never turn down a shot.
Never.
You want someone who will always accept a free drink. So
absolutely.
It shows they say mental health is flexibility. And the ability to be flexible about situations and things and your mood and role, which I have none of.
Right.
As things come up, the ability to be flexible and like move shows mental health, I guess. I don't know, it's probably an Instagram reel, but
I mean, and listen, that's facts to me.
Right.
It might as well be therapy. I actually am in total agreement with that but here's the thing is I feel like I'm 50-50 on that. If a situation switches up on me quickly, I am going to have a tantrum about it, but then I'm going to quickly recover and be fine. Yes. And I think that that's also fine. Like we can do that too.
Realizing that you're having recently,
like, sorry I'm being a bitch or sorry I'm being whatever. Yeah.
I'll pop off on people and then I'm like, okay, you realize you pop off. You realize that's not good. We're really growing. I think we're really mature.
Just like, are we the most mentally mature people at Barstool Sports? At least. Maybe the world.
We know our mental illness better than anyone. We're aware of it better than anyone.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I'm covering a lot of it in therapy as well. My therapist was also in the Berkshires this weekend. She told me.
What? She follows you there?
No, I literally was like, when she said it, I was like, thank God I didn't run into you. Like, there's one street, you know what I mean? It's like one very cute Main Street, by the way, if you go up there.
I love
very cute, adorable candy store with so many different candies. Ugh. They had a cool dispensary up there that I didn't get to go into. I really wanted to. We ended up not going back to that same spot, but really cute stuff. Great cheese shop.
Cheese shop.
Oh my God. And I meant to bring this up because there was at the cheese shop. Wait, I got to look at the cheeses. Number 1 on the list. It's Rubener's Cheesemongers. Number 1 on the list, lesbian feta.
Of course it is.
Wow.
That's a queer-owned cheese shop.
It must be. It has to be, because you can't just write
it.
lesbian feta on there.
No.
Otherwise,
you go inside, there's a Confederate flag on the wall.
Honestly, no. This was not that kind of place. This was maybe the most liberal town I've ever been to.
How fun!
It was really lovely.
It was like Woodstock, New York. I went there.
It was just like Woodstock.
Yeah, I went to like a trans yarn shop.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Obviously, to simply report them for some sort of crime.
Of course,
to report a violation and try and shut them down.
Of course, yes.
But,
we can only our allyship only goes so far.
Right. I just went in there to use their dead name and misgender them, and then I left. But after that, I'm sure it was like, it's ma'am.
Fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I don't have anything else for today. I am, as I mentioned earlier in the show, I am going to be in Boston tomorrow night at Rocco's, 7 p.m. for a Bumble IRL B-pitch
That'll
event.
be so fun. For those who aren't sure, I just did one of those recently in Chicago, and it was a blast. So if you are in the Boston area, get yourself out to Rocco's, because it's a great time. It is a good mix of people. Like, don't show up and think like, oh, I don't know about all this. Like, people are there. They are looking to make connections, and they are looking to have some fun.
And it's open bar, so drinks are on me and Bumble. And also, if you want to pitch your friend, you can do that. And also, ladies, this is a direct call to the Man Mafia.
Ooh.
You guys sold out 5 sold-out shows in Boston back in the day for this show. So I expect some of your ass, whether you're single or not, to come and see me so we can party and drink some McGillicuddies and have a good time and reminisce on days of old.
Yes,
darling.
yes.
So
I think
that's going to be very fun.
That's the least you could do.
Back in my live show days.
Yes.
Back when I was a showgirl, I'd go up on that stage. I'd tear that thing down.
Lola.
Yeah, exactly. But I think
Obsessed.
that's it. Do you have anything else?
I think so too. I'm trying to think what else. No, I've got nothing. Oh, we've got we're finally recording our New York City office versus 20 bottles of wine. We'll be doing that today. This comes out Wednesday, right?
Yes.
We're doing that tonight.
Okay.
So if you see any weird photos or pictures, we're drunk right now. So just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Not sure when that'll be out. Probably next week. But yeah, I've got some fun things to do. Maybe a little grape stomp if I can get my shit together. Maybe a couple of games, and we're just gonna try to drink through this wine.
Is the pizza guy coming?
Pizza guy's coming.
He is?
Yes, he is.
Good.
He is. He's
All
coming.
right.
He's bringing 4 different kinds of pizza. I'm actually hyped for it.
He's
bringing
really
4 different kinds of
good.
pizzas. He's going to be making them in there, and then like kind of dropping them off. I told him, I was like, listen, people are going to be drunk. It's not going to be, I was like, we will be shouting out your business. Pies by Abe.
Yeah.
We'll be shouting it out nonstop. We'll be showing the pizzas and whatever, but like, just so you know, like this isn't going to be like a classy event.
Right.
And he was like, okay. Cause it seems like he does classy events mostly.
Oh yeah. Last time
So-
it was like I was at like a private dinner party.
Yes.
Like, it was
but I
a
think
nice thing.
I think he's getting the gist.
He's so down to earth. He's
Yeah.
a nice guy.
Okay.
I
think he's gotten the gist, and
It'll be good.
we'll set him up in the kitchen, film him, cooking up some funky pies, and yes, we'll be having cheeses and wine and pizzas and playing games.
Hell yeah. And shout out to everyone who watched and hate watched last week, because we had last two
Yes,
weeks were
thank you.
monster episodes.
Yeah,
So
makes us look really good, obviously,
Yeah.
for the boss, etc. So thanks.
keep it going. All right.